I think it would be hard for the Republicans to stand there and say that the tax break for corporate jets is sufficiently important that we're not willing to come to the table and get a deal done.
His press conference today saying essentially, okay, Republicans, defend this. I dare you. Defend corporate tax loopholes. Go ahead. Tell the American people you are for giant corporations dodging their taxes. That's going to go over great. Response from the Republicans so far? Well, House Majority Leader Eric Cantor's office issued this statement today, quote, despite the lecture from the president today, the House will not agree to a debt limit increase that raises taxes. This argument is not about this loophole or that loophole. It's about raising taxes in a lagging economy when we should be focused on growth and getting people back to work. Also, I'd point out for your guidance, the statement says that the corporate jet loophole that he was talking about only amounts to about $2 billion. I should note there is no evidence to suggest that Eric Cantor's office was actively twirling its mustache at the time that they issued that statement. But seriously, that loophole only saves us $2 billion. It's only $2 billion. Actually, it turns out it could be as much as $3 billion. The Wall Street Journal reporting that amendment, a walk back of sorts to Mr. Cantor's statement today from what they described as an industry source and House Majority Leader Eric Cantor's office. So what's $2 or $3 billion here or there if you're the party of fiscal conservatism anyway? Leave taxpayer subsidies for rich guys' corporate jets alone. But, you know, as Eric Cantor's office falls back on the argument that $2 or $3 billion is no biggie, no reason to bother closing a little corporate tax loophole that teeny. It is funny to look at how many things Republicans have said this year we must cut. We can no longer afford. Things that do not cost taxpayers nearly as much as that measly $2 or $3 billion on subsidizing corporate jets. Like, for example, the $868 million they proposed cutting from WIC, the food program for women, infants, and children, or the $7.3 million they proposed cutting from the Smithsonian, or the $51 million they've proposed cutting from the National Park Service, or the $899 million from energy efficiency and renewable energy. How about $2 billion from job training programs Republicans are cutting? It's not that they do not want to cut things that don't cost much money. They say we can't afford any of those things, but $2 or $3 billion for taxpayers to subsidize rich guys' corporate jets? They say leave that in because that's no biggie. The president had not called a full White House press conference since March. We got less than a day's notice that he was going to do this one today. And now we know why he did it, to go on offense on the economy, to see if Republicans really are going to defend some of the indefensible things that corporations do, starting with the fact that corporate jets are taxpayer subsidized. This is where the president is trying to draw the line. For the debt ceiling fight, for the budget fight in Washington, for the year, frankly, for his reelection. Go ahead, Republicans. Defend this single-family house in Wyoming being the corporate headquarters for more than 2,000 companies, thanks to these convenient loopholes. More than 2,000 companies headquartered here, none of which actually have anyone on site here who works there, except for good old Rhoda. Defend America having our own onshore Zug corporate tax havens, Republicans, where people set up shell companies to hide their assets from the government while they're in prison or busy defrauding the Pentagon. Defend the fact that the oil companies, the most profitable industry in the world, defend the fact that they are getting taxpayer subsidies even today. Today, the president said, let's chart out some territory here. Let's start by seeing if you will defend taxpayer subsidies for corporate jets. And the Republicans bit.